Ron, I want to start with you. I know you had the first leadoff question, so I'll let you get the first crack at it to ask. So go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, so my role with BDMG has become like the Gene Smith guy. So every time Gene says something or does something, we have a video about it. So we just wanted to get your thoughts on his most recent comments saying that the game is just one game and he finds it funny how fans are reacting to these two most recent losses.
Around in this rivalry after a couple losses here to road to Michigan.
Yeah, it's so funny. Everybody's so focused on, just one game.
So as Buckeye fans, all of us were taken back when we heard that because to us it's not just one game. So we just wanted to get your thoughts when you hear the athletic director say things like that with a rivalry that's so storied.
Yeah, I mean, one game, it is one game, but it's one of the biggest games like of the program. Like when we get there, shit, even in recruiting, they talk about playing the team up north, like that game and how much it means to the program and the tradition. Um, I mean, when you walk in the building, there's a clock that says how many days until we play the team up north. Like, I mean, if it's just one game, I don't think it'd be shit like that in the locker room, in the building. I don't think they would cross out M's all around campus on the buildings and have fucking M's in the toilets and the urinals in the bathroom that we peeing on. Like, I mean, yeah, it's one game, but it's one important ass game. So like, it just it's give and take on how he's saying it. But I mean, I feel like they always tell us like this game defines the program. Cause like shit, if we was 0-11 or they was 0-11 when we play each other, it's like we 11-0. Like so it don't even matter. But I mean, to each his own. But as me, I take it personal that game for sure. And the fact that I was committed there, they threatened to pull my scholarship. I decommitted and whoop their ass 4 times in a row.
They try to threaten, they try to give you an ultimatum, like, bro.
Yeah.
So you said it there for me. You have a 4-0 record against a team up north. What's it been like as a former player that's had so much success against that team to have to watch these losses these past 2 years and not being able to do anything about it except for just sit back and watch? So what's that been like for you to see these past 2 losses?
And that shit hurt. And I got friends that's Team Up North fans, family members, like, man, they talk so much shit. But just, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just been, I guess we've been spoiled by beating them. And just, I don't even know how to feel sometimes. Like, I be pissed all the time when I think about it, but it just feel weird to lose to them. But more so, I mean, 2 in a row pissed me off, but last year's loss is really what like pissed me the fuck off because the way it just looked like we just backed down type shit. Like the effort was more than just the execution and just like not knowing what to do or just crazy ass plays that just like we beat ourselves type shit. Like they didn't beat us.
Yeah, we gave up all those explosive plays
Yeah,
in the
you know what I'm
secondary
saying?
to a team that doesn't really have an explosive
And it was
offense.
all eye discipline, bro. And it's like I understand like people were saying, so I don't remember what down it was, but I remember it was a cover zero and the corner was off and he missed the tackle on somebody and they either scored. Yeah, he scored or did he score?
Yeah, he scored.
Yeah, so he scored, right?
80 yards to the crib.
So he scored. All right, bye. So look, when he scored, right? So cover zero, all the DBs know we're in zero. So if we don't break up the ball, we got to get them on the ground. Or if I'm in cover zero, I know outside corner, I got to force him inside if I do miss the tackle because all my pursuit is coming from inside. So the fact that it's cover zero, maybe it was a bad call at the time. Cool. But it's not a touchdown bad call. It's a bad call, maybe a first down, if that. Because if I go miss the tackle, I got to miss the outside so my inside leverage teammates is coming in. Like shit like that. Like that's just shit we got to know. That's not on the coach's call. That's not on the team up north being better. Like that's just on us. The one with the safety, we did like an out and up, and the receivers actually ran into each other. The team up north receivers ran into each other. There's no way you can't cover that. And his eyes is bad, looking in the backfield, wide open. Like that's shit that we control. That's not them beating us. And then like in the long ass run in the second half, when it just looked like we just gave up, like Just shit like that. That's what pissed me off. Like it ain't about making a bad call or this and that. Like that shit just pissed me off because that's self-inflicted wounds.
So we hear the stories about Urban. You hear that he ran hot as a coach, and the level of accountability that he demanded. What do you think the building would have been like after a loss under Urban to that team, and what do you think the practices would have been like
what?
with Urban?
Man,
That's
practice
a
would have
fucking
been
crazy
4 hours long, nigga. We would have been honestly because we practice. I don't know if they still do it, but we practice Sunday after the game. But it don't be pads, it'd be like helmets.
Yeah.
The meeting would have been long as shit for sure. Niggas would have been yelling all over that shit. Our meeting would have been long as a position coach or position group. And then practice would have been like 3 hours, 4 hours long on a Sunday just because you would have been in that bitch till at least 9:30.
I have one more
But
question
just
about
one game.
that game that
One
wasn't
game.
in the show notes, but after that most recent loss in the shoe, they planted a flag on the block of. What would have been the reaction to any of your teams if that would have happened? And which player on your former teams do you think would have been the most upset or enraged by that act?
You gotta rumble.
I
That's the
mean,
only
yeah,
way.
we gotta work, bro. Like, got to. And I don't even. What's crazy is I don't even believe in like fighting the pads because like
Yeah.
you punching the helmet, it's just like, but we gotta go slam some niggas or something. Like,
Like, bro, you gotta get it.
break the flag, like go get the flag, hit them with the flag, something, bro. Like that shit disrespectful, bro. But I feel like every team I was on would have been on that, but. And for sure, the defense, every defense I've been on for sure. But I feel like every team I was on, everybody was ready.
Yeah.
Love to hear it. Hopefully we see that type of energy next time we see them boys in November because, these past 2 years have been disrespectful and we got to get our get back.
Yeah. But like, so that, as far as like the flag playing and shit, I think that's just like a generation thing. Like, and not saying I'm like the oldest person, but it's just like, none of that shit was happening when I was in college. Like, it wasn't no planting no flags from anybody. Nobody was doing no shit like that. Maybe you go on their logo and like yell and get your chant or whatever type shit, but it wasn't like no plant flags. Like, I feel like
Right.
Bro, them
the
niggas had a
disrespect
whole
is just
photo
rising
shoot,
right
bro.
now. Yeah.
They did.
Bro, they put
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit in their
Doing-
library, bro. They have a mural and shit in
Yeah,
their
bro.
library of them taking a photo shoot
Yeah.
on the block of